Hey, it's Curly, and today we're going to do a tier list on all of the OverDress sets up until Shaman King sometime in September. So this is going to be pretty simple. We just have here 3 tiers: great, neat, not great. So basically, good, okay, and mediocre. And we have every single set here, and we're just going to go through it and rank it based on what it provided to the game, and especially considering the time of when it came out and the lasting impact of it, right? So right off the top, we've got the very first OverDress set here in Genesis of the 5 Greats. This set was really good. really good. It gave a good starting point for all of the first 10 ride lines. It also gave us a lot of good foundation with, over triggers and PGs. In general, this set was really good. A good amount of the cards that are in this set are still being used today, nearly a year and a couple months afterwards, right? So this set was really good. Coming up next after that, we have a brush with the Legends. So this set, I don't think it was very great, to be honest. I don't think it was a bad set per se, but I don't think it was good. I honestly cannot remember a lot of the good things in this set, and I think the reason for that is that this set and somewhat the next set, but it got like the issue with the second set got overshadowed by something that happened in the third set. But I think the issue with this set was that this is when Leonard came out, and it had already kind of been established that like Bassett and Bruce were like pretty much the top decks after set 1. Then set 2 came out and gave Bruce this like ridiculous piece of support that everyone was just constantly complaining about, to the point where for a good while a lot of decks stopped playing grade 1s or depending on anything in the back row, right? And I think that's kind of all this sort of set is summed up by. I guess there was some cool Orphis support. Barrow got like Supernatural Extraction, which was fine. I think this is where Hexorb got Owen, which is really good for Hexorb. And not many, like there's maybe 2 things, some things that are, still usable, but I don't know if it was really that great. I also feel like this set might have gotten delayed because a lot of these things faced a lot of different delays. 723 might be right when that came out. So I guess just also based on the first set, it really didn't do a lot to move the needle. So we're just gonna put this here for now. I guess I could do these in order, but I don't remember the order. I know they have, some of them have the dates on the images here, but they aren't extremely accurate. Like this got pushed back. This is supposed to be set 4. This got pushed all the way to like February, so this is inaccurate. I think this is, this should be, well, this was like, I think 17th, maybe. I also don't have the start decks here either, but let's just do it, I guess, in whatever order we have here. After that, we got set 3, Advancing of Intertwined, I don't know why I had so much trouble reading that, Intertwined Stars here. This set had a lot of bit of controversy going into it when they were revealing stuff. It was the whole joke of like, oh no, Barrow's not getting any support. They decided to give all the support to Bruce again instead, and Bruce is just going to keep being good. And they printed new triggers, new critical triggers, so everyone's just going to be running, 12 crits or whatever. So they put that restriction where you could only have 8 of the same trigger type in your deck. And that was kind of what the first half of that set was sort of talked about. And then Gravidia became a thing, and that's kind of like, I think, what this set is most known for. In general, I think this set was actually pretty good. The soul crits were a good addition. Greedon is kind of whatever. Flagberg fell flat on release, but it became really good afterwards. Gravidia was actually pretty decent. Just with the base stuff, I should say more than decent. She ended up being really good, and in general, it kind of supported a lot of the existing decks very good. Is it Esperidea that we got in this? I think it was Esperidea, or Esperidea might be the grade 4. Especta was in this set. That was pretty decent. Barrow got Pandemonium Tactics, which was amazing. Magnolia got some decent support, but it didn't really become, you know, super good until the set after that. So I think this was a really solid set for everyone, except for like maybe Hexorb. I think even Orphis got some decent support. Zorga, I think, got the dog in this set. So this was actually a really solid set, all things considered. Then we have set 4, which was obviously just automatically get out of here, the best set without question, right? All the grade 4s were good. The draw triggers, good. All the support everyone got, good. All the cards in this set are still like worth a lot of value. This is automatically probably the best set out of all of these without question. Then we have the latest main set here, set 5. I am filming this right, well, not right before, but before set 6 is going to be released right now. Hasn't even been released in Japan, right? So we're pretty early here. Set 5 was an oddball. I think set 5 is, they're starting this trend where like all the sets are becoming smaller. So the fact that set 5 was pretty small and it didn't really add too much at face value to all of the existing stuff, and then all the new stuff they introduced didn't really get fully fleshed out. It kind of makes it seem like it's not great. But overall, it's like okay. You know, Thegria is interesting, Tamura is interesting. Aurora is seeing some play, right? PBO is seeing some play. Overlord is now seeing some play, right? So overall it was okay, it just didn't really add a lot to everything else, other than like Keter getting Maple and Sorkea getting Maple, and that kind of be splashed in everywhere. All the other encounters, or sorry, not encounters, all the other glitter cards weren't really as, you know, impactful, useful in all the other sets, which wasn't really good. So I'm gonna, I guess, put this at the top of not great, even though I kind of like this set. I don't think it was as good as it could have been. Finally, we got the first lyrical set. I think for the most part, this was a pretty decent set. The only problem with this set is that the only real good ride line that came out of this really was Lorinor, which was amazing, right? Lorinor was really good for a really long time. I would argue that she's still pretty solid, right? She just didn't get a lot of support in the next set, but we'll talk about that afterwards. And everything else is just kind of okay. Like Clarissa is okay, Filthy Rosa was okay, Kyrie was sure, Willista not so much, right? So for them introducing 6 ride lines, they did an okay job, so I'll just put this at 8 for now. Whereas like this next set, I don't think this set did a great job. Lorinor didn't really get a lot of support, a lot of good support. Willista kind of stayed in the same range. Clarissa got some support, but I don't think it really pushed the needle for her at all. Whereas, you know, stuff like Kyrie is now an amazing deck. Filthy Rosa got some good support, but I don't think it's been proven to be good in practice. And then the other one is Elasteel. That's actually apparently gotten some good support. It's gotten a couple of tops. And then they brought in 2 new ride lines that were really not fleshed out. Mimimish is, I don't think, very good on her own. She's just been known as the thing that's splashed into Kyrie, right? And then Herminia is really not good. There's like maybe 5 powerful cards in the entire set. Maybe only like 1 or 2 cards outside of that actually support her. So I'm gonna make this not great. Could have definitely been a lot better. Then next up we've got Festival Collection 1. I don't think this was good at all. Other than giving you like, in terms of like actual impact on the playing field, I don't think it did much. All it did was really give us triple reforlings for triggers and some units. The actual units that came out of this weren't very good. However, Festival Set 2 was actually really good, I think. I'll put it maybe at the bottom of great. It was really good. It had a lot of really good sort of impactful support for most of the ride lines and playstyles that they supported. They also even introduced a lot of newer things, like the 2 new forms for Zorga and Orphis. That's really cool, as opposed to this set, which was pretty entirely skippable, aside from like Kusi and I think that's about it. Other than like all the foiling, that's really all we got out of this set, right? Then we go into the collab area here. So unfortunately, Token Rambu is something that I wish had gotten a little bit more love. not even so much from the players, because it was obviously relatively ignored, but from Bushiroad. Not because like I'm a fan of Token Ranbu, but I just, you know, feel like it would have been nice if it was kind of like supported in the same vein as Lyrical, where like instead of a bunch of girls in a set, we have a bunch of guys in a set, and that would have been kind of cool to have them be like, you know, two sides of the same coin kind of deal. But I understand that they don't own Token Ranbu, so that's really not a thing that they can do. In general, I think some of the things they explored in Token Ranbu were pretty cool, but even when they were released, it wasn't really that great, unfortunately, just due to the lack of support and due to the fact that they more than likely won't be getting any support, since they've yet to get support since release, haven't had any support announced, right? Regular Ragnarok is set to come out pretty soon, sometime this month. It was supposed to come out, as you can see there, in April. We're recording this in July, and it's just coming out this month. So I can't really talk about it from, you know, my point of view of what I've seen, you know, actually playing the cards. But just from what I've kind of heard online, it seems like it's fine, and there's some pretty decent stuff in there. So we're just gonna put that there for now. In general, I don't know if it really has any lasting impact. And it's also, I feel like it's going to end up with Token Ranbu, where it's just not going to get any support in the future. Alright, so it's probably going to get knocked down here if we ever do this ever again. Unlike the last set here that we have, which is Shaman King, which is set to come out sometime in, I think, September now. It's supposed to be in August, and now I got pushed back to September. This set is interesting. This is the first collab that actually got support, right? And on top of it getting support, it has actually been doing pretty good. So I might actually put this maybe at the top of neat, because actually pretty good. But again, since it is a collab set, might just end up there, not getting any support in the future. I'm hoping, I know copyrights and whatnot make this a little bit difficult, but I mean, they do have like Weiss Shorts, or is it Weiss that has all the I think it's Weiss Shorts that has like all the crazy copyrighted material. I feel like maybe we might see some hope in any of these, because it just kind of makes you not want any collabs in the future if it's just going to be one set that sometimes as soon as it comes out it already falls flat, right? But I don't think that's the case for Shaman King. I think Shaman King looks pretty good. We are going to get it pretty late in, you know, in English. So it might be the case where it's kind of similar to some of these other ones where, you know, it's a little too late. Had this come out already, probably in a really good spot, but it would have been the kind of thing where like it's either it comes out early and then it's like, all right, when are we getting outdated? Or it comes out late and it's like, all right, this is already outdated, right? So we'll just have to see how it goes. Hopefully they at least support it in like promos, or some kind of like collab set, like all together, right? That would be really cool, where it's just you open packs and it's just any of the 3 collab nations and you can just get cards from that. That would be really sick. But in any case, that'll do it for this video. I just wanted to do something a little fun, a little different, go over through all these sets. I originally wanted to do this in May with the anniversary release of sets, the first set, Genesis of the 5 Greats, but that obviously didn't turn out the way I wanted to. But in any case, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, how you would maybe do this list. I'll also have the list in the description somewhere in case you want to do it for yourself. And until next time, take care of yourself.